This episode of On Stage is brought to you in part by Who's the Boss, Saturday, September 28th at the People's Ballroom, 3340 Main Street, Hartford, Connecticut. For tickets, you can visit their Eventbrite page, Jamski's Restaurant, Dunn's River Restaurant, or Benji's Jamaican Restaurant. For more information, stay tuned to On Stage TV's social media pages.
British female sensation Lahrel, as she gets ready to release her much anticipated new single featuring Afrobeat.
Joanna,
who will sit down with her right here on our stage.
baby, hold me close.
The second annual Caribbean Music Awards unfolded in New York City this past Thursday. We have a special report. Popular dancehall producer transitions to Afrobeat as a recording artist. Who is Yesi Renee? All coming up right here on our stage. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be back.
This episode of On Stage is brought to you in part by Who's the Boss, Saturday, September 28th at the People's Ballroom, 3340 Main Street, Hartford, Connecticut. For tickets, you can visit their Eventbrite page, Jamski's Restaurant, Dunn's River Restaurant, or Benji's Jamaican Restaurant. For more information, stay tuned to On Stage TV's social media pages.
On Stage with Winford Williams.
The second annual Caribbean Music Awards unfolded in New York City this past Thursday. We have a special report.
Inaugurated just last year, the Caribbean Music Awards has emerged one of the most prestigious awards in the Caribbean region, attracting major attention from the media, music industry players, and fans. The second annual was held on Thursday night at the King's Theatre in Brooklyn, New York. So first of all, we have to speak about fashion. This is the red carpet. What is happening here?
I have this white dress with a beautiful cape and a rose behind, and it was designed by Maribel Hulcahuanca, who is a talented Peruvian designer, and she does all things couture, all things ready to wear, and you can see her in Los Angeles. It's an honor to be Miss Caribbean Los Angeles of 2024. I am the first one, so being the queen of representing all of the Caribbean countries is such a huge honor, and to be at the Caribbean Music Awards, it's even better because we have so many cultures, so much music that we can relate to, that we can dance to, that we can feel to. So I'm just super proud to be here.
Well, I'm wearing Eli from Trinidad. Enough big ups to Eli. Yeah.
What does the outfit represent?
Well, majestical, uprightness, trooper, yeah, just soldier, all right, in all divineness, yes. Well, it's a beautiful thing, to be among such greatness. There's a lot of musical talent, great legends in the house tonight, and it's great to be amongst them, to see them being highlighted, Caribbean culture itself being highlighted in such a upful format. It's a great vibe to be here today, to be representing for the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas.
This is custom. I went to sleep, I woke up, and I thought about it. I found this girl on IG, and she made it come to life. It's simple. 3 days, she made it come to life. Her shop name, Physique Design. I'm super excited to be here. We came earlier, for the walkthrough, and I've been in this space lately. I went to see Buju perform in Miami, and I was just so proud to be from the Caribbean because we come from such small islands, you know what I'm saying? And to see everyone here big city like New York City, you know, shutting it down and doing our thing. I'm proud.
I'm just very excited to be here this year. I was nominated last year, but I wasn't able to make it because I was in Barbados. But I am so excited to be here in Brooklyn and to still be recognized in the industry as a force to be reckoned with. I'm not only just a singer, I do entertainment. So being on the production side of things with film and TV, I am very impressed that we have a production of this caliber to represent us on the levels of the Grammys. But for us, because I think a lot of times we get left behind or forgotten. Oh yeah, that's a cute genre, or other genres glean from our energy and reproduce it, and they make all the money off of it. So I'm glad to have Caribbean people coming together to celebrate each other, celebrate the culture, and to show the world that we're a force to be reckoned with as well.
It's a real honor to be here. It's an honor to be nominated for Video of the Year. And it's even a greater honor to be nominated with two icons, Shaggy and Rayvon, a true dynamic duo. You know, they are the true meanings of musical icons, and they have created records that have transcended genre and era and have permeated global culture. And when I came to Shaggy and Rayvon with this concept of recreating the 1979 yacht rock classic Pina Coladas, they saw the vision right away. But just to be nominated for the same award as Shaggy and Rayvon is truly an honor. And just to be here in the presence of so much Caribbean greatness is truly, truly, truly an honor, and feels very serendipitous to the moment 2 years ago when I produced Pass the Mic, the reggae edition.
I mean, it's a good experience. I'm seeing a lot of people from the community, a lot of fellow comedians, a lot of performers, a lot of artists, you know. So far, the organization has been good. So it's a good feeling. I'm enjoying myself.
What are you looking forward to the most?
You know, they have food. I am really just looking forward to having a good time and just representing the culture as best as I can, as always. And meeting people, you know, networking, meeting people, just having fun, having a good, wholesome time.
Well, for me, it's a special moment. You know why? Because this moment, this moment shows me that something is happening, and this generation is a witness to see what's taking place with the music. Music is life, and I'm so happy to be a part of it and to know that I am a foundational person who has made all of this possible. So I am just overwhelmed.
Bossy business, man. Yeah, man. Well, Bossy, it's official. You know what I mean? Caribbean Music Awards. You know what I mean? This is our awards. You understand? 100%. So it's a big deal. I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to be a part of it. I can feel the aura. I can feel the energy. You know what I mean? It's exciting, and I'm happy to be here.
Hosted by Spice and Major Hype.
Well, you know, easy. All right.
Remember, I take long to change. You didn't carry any outfit to change tonight?
It was a night filled with great performances, surprises, and of course, a plethora of awards.
What the Caribbean people?
The biggest winner of the night was soca artist Skinny Fabulous.
Plant the flowers, water the flowers, and give ourselves our own flowers.
Who walked away with 3 trophies. One for Male Soca Artist of the Year, Video of the Year, and Collaboration of the Year with Nyla Blackman.
Thank you to the Caribbean Music Awards.
Best New Reggae Artist went to Ras I. Female Soca Artist of the Year went to Patrice Roberts. Best Dancehall Video, TJ with Drift. Best Reggae Collaboration, Shaggy and Kesta the Band. Massacre, who was one of the very few absentee winners, received the award for Dancehall Album of the Year. Special honor awards were given to music industry players for their overall contribution to the business. Among the special awardees, Stella Marley, Stephen the Genius, Alison Hines, and Marcia Griffiths.
I am truly thankful that God has preserved me, and what would I be without your support? Yes.
But perhaps the biggest award of the evening was Spice's Artist of the Decade, an award she didn't see coming.
Because it's been so much people, and I don't want to miss any name. So if you have ever helped me play my song, be a part of my music video, dance to my song, buy my music, if you want to support me in any way, I thank you. This is because of you, Artist of the Decade, Caribbean Music Awards. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. The second annual Caribbean Music Awards in New York. Congratulations to all the winners. Popular dancehall producer transitions to Afrobeat as a recording artist.
He goes by the name TrackStarr, known for hit songs like these.
My girl, you a walking trophy. Class me full of top sauce, me cologne it a kick me no green like grass.
We caught up with him at a Bellyful restaurant in Brooklyn, New York.
Bang, bang, when I'm in your house, I'm in want it, then you're ready like a rodeo. Let's go, baby, drop it on the floor.
You know, I've been only producing stuff for myself lately. Yeah. I've just transitioned into the Afrobeat world. I'm doing pretty good so far. My numbers, them looking good. I actually have a song that's viral in Dubai, Oman, Madagascar, called Oleku.
God bless you, oh my God, I see what I want.
You know what I mean, right now. So, you know.
When did that music, because I know that you're a producer all this time, when did the artist bug bite you?
I was actually an artist before a producer. I actually took a black seat so that I could work and artist develop my artists like Kemar Icon, Hood Celebrity, stuff like that, you get me? So that's what I did actually. So now that has been, I feel like I've done my job. Dancehall would be good, but dancehall wasn't giving me the sonics that I felt I meshed with as an artist. You see me, my brand and what me go for, you get me?
Found like a home in Afrobeat, or is it just something that you're toying with at the moment?
No man, I found a lane of my own actually that and they have accepted me. Because my father's side is Nigerian too, Yoruba. So it works out to be Jamaican and Nigerian in my favor also. I mean, you can check the numbers on Spotify. I'm streaming almost 200,000 monthly. You get me? Like my numbers, like 2 of my songs are over 1 million plays and stuff. This is all organic people that just love it, especially in Paris, London, and like I said, one of the songs that are trending in Dubai, the Middle East.
And in Jamaica, most artists have this mindset that if you're not doing hardcore dancehall or reggae, then you have no place in the music business. You're supposed to know that there are many talented artists in Jamaica who are not necessarily interested in being either of those and just feel lost. You know, what do you say to them?
So that's why I'm here to pave the way in that, because I'd probably be like, I'm trying to brand myself as the first Jamaican Nigerian Afrobeat like artist per se. You know, like DeMarco, Contra and Shaggy, everybody have done Afrobeat songs, but they haven't been branded as an Afrobeat artist. So that is my journey, to be that Jamaican born artist that's Afrobeat. You know, to show that you don't have to be conformed to what people, the norm of what people think. You get me? So yeah man, that's it. You know, and like I said, I love the culture is very similar to us in Jamaica. We are all Africans anyways. You see me? So just to know that they have accepted me so much and shown me so much love over like a period of like a year and a half. You know, the progress that I've made in that short period of time. You know, I have a new song that's just dropped, Shut It Down. It's on the 2 top big playlists, you know, on Apple Music and Spotify. You know, I mean, just dropped Friday 23rd. And, you know, it's doing good. So I'm grateful. You get me? Yeah, man.
Afrobeat is concerned. People have argued it's, I don't know, well, you're a producer, you should tell me. People say that it is derived from our music. Do you agree with that, or what is it?
So I have mixed feelings about that. So Fela Kuti is the originator of the real Afrobeat, correct? Now that one is more of a jazz swing with Afro-Congo drums and the you know, bong and that kind of stuff. You get me? Now, when you the modern Afrobeat that we have now, what we call Afrofusion, that like Wizkid Burner does, that is a fusion of dancehall, yes. So that's what they need to know. Afrobeat has its own lane separately, but the Afrofusion that we have now is a both dancehall with their Afro swing also. It's not just coming from our dancehall only. That's the misconception that people have.
This is a separate question, but the song Bang with Lincoln, and then there is Cardi B's Bang. I know there was like a little short-lived thing where people are talking about, you know, she stole Is that a real? What is that?
So you know, the one of the producers of that song actually follows me, and the other one who was the actual originator of that said that he had the idea prior to, so he had pulled up and showed that he had the idea prior to, but I still think that they were inspired the way how they did it by my song with Lincoln, obviously. But it's just one of those things. As a creative, I like to inspire people, so I don't look at it as any way. You know what I mean? And the song was short-lived too, so it's Bang is still playing everywhere. You know what I mean? So that's it.
Where do you go from here now? What is the next big move for you?
Well, my next big move is to work on my merch right now that I'm working on. Set up a tour in Nigeria in December, and in Africa, over in Nigeria, Ghana, and a couple other places in December, because there's summertime around then in December. So that's what I have planning on right now.
And still to come right here on our stage, Lurel alongside Afro B. Who is Yesi Renee? All coming up right here on our stage. We'll be right back.
This episode of On Stage is brought to you in part by Who's the Boss? Saturday, September 28th at the People's Ballroom, 3340 Main Street, Hartford, Connecticut. For tickets, you can visit their Eventbrite page, Jamski's Restaurant, Dunn's River Restaurant, or Bench's Jamaican Restaurant. For more information, stay tuned to On Stage TV's social media pages.
On Stage with Winford Williams.
Who is Yesi Renee? As a child growing up in West Kingston, Jamaica, she flirted with many genres in the performing arts. But after migrating to the UK, found that music was really her calling. And that's where she settled. Right now, right here on our stage, Yesi Renee.
Yes.
Renee,
Nice to
welcome.
meet you.
Good to meet you.
Yes, it's good to be here.
What is this for you? Coming home or visiting?
Visiting, working on my music, promoting, and it's mostly about work. Yeah.
Okay. So coming to Jamaica is not home for you now, anymore? It's not coming home?
No, it's not coming home.
Coming home would mean you stay for a while or stay for a long time?
Okay, well, I would say that coming home because I've been here for like over 2 months now, so yeah.
So
I would say coming home.
You've
Yes.
come home?
Yeah.
For a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So speak to your activities during that time before you were 12.
Okay.
In West Kingston. What are some of the things you flirted with
Okay.
in the performing arts?
All right, so I was born in Denham Town, to be exact. At like maybe the age of 5, my mom, she will put me in like dancing, and I used to dance for like the JCDC competition, and also I was doing like poetry as well. Yes. I used to go around Jamaica with Mr. Edward Siaga. He used to come to my school or anywhere I'm at. If I'm at my dancing class, he would come and pick me up, and he would take me across Jamaica with him to like perform my poems. Well, it's not my poem, it was written by my brother, Maja Bless, and then I would just perform them. Yes.
So you were well received at that age?
Yes.
In terms of what you're doing, you were that good?
Very much, yep.
So that the former Prime Minister would come pick you up and
Yes,
carry you with
he
him?
would take me around with him, yes.
Yes. And so when you went to the UK,
yeah,
why did you not continue to do those, like the dancing and the other things that you?
So I did at first. I did. So like as I got to the UK, I found this youth club where they do like same thing, performing arts, and I would like do dancing, same what I used to do. I never used to do poetry though. Yes. I would do like music and dancing. And then like after 2 years, I stopped doing that, and yeah, I was just focused on other stuff as a teenager. And then as time go by, I realized that that's really where I'm meant to be. So I started, you know, I had a few friends in music, so I started like working with them, and that's where it began.
Okay, yeah. So what are your credits in music at that time? What
Oh,
were you?
it's just...
Yes.
So I write for myself at the time. When I started, I would say I done my first song in about maybe 2017.
Yes.
I recorded my first song. That never went anywhere. It was just like a tester, you know, to see what I'm capable of, and you know, if I really want to take this serious. And then after that, I said to myself, you know, I'm gonna start like going to Jamaica. And then I booked a flight in 2019, and I wrote a song called Bring Back the Love, which is just a song about like what's happening in my community, you know, in Denhamtown, Tivoli, because like growing up, to me, you know, it was like more peaceful, and we was all one. Like I was able to, you know, walk around my area, go anywhere freely. So I decided to write that song, and I said I wanted to come to Jamaica to record that song, and that would have been my first release. Mm-hmm. But when I got here, I played 2 ideas to Suku Ward. This is 2019. Mm-hmm. I played both ideas to him, and he said I should do Ring Ring instead of Bring Back the Love, because he thinks that Ring Ring is more my style, you know, because Bring Back the Love is like reggae. So I ended up recording Ring Ring at Big Yard Studio, and I recorded Bring Back the Love in Denhamtown, and I also shot the video there as well. So I have 2 released at the same time. It was Ring Ring and Bring Back the Love.
Let's pause first and let's take one of your tracks right here.
Yeah, that did utter. I'm a sipper, bring back the unity. No more crime done in our community. Damn me know up on the corner. Them time them we are under the one another. Little football in the park. I'm scratching on the shandy on the sidewalk. From righteousness, the youth them at the part. Bring back Rastafari in our heart. Hey, bring back the good old days. When we rise up, we give thanks and praise. Bring back the love now.
All right, so that's the music of Yesi Renee, Bring Back the Love. What did that do for you?
Well, I would say it kind of opened up like a different audience for me, because like people look at me and think, oh, because I look like this, you know, I shouldn't be singing like righteous music or anything like that, but I did it and it was received well. Like I would perform it at like, you know, any kind of reggae show and stuff like that, and the audience would love it.
So
but they don't think I wrote it, like for some reason, I don't know why. Like they think, oh, this is such a big song, like.
So they didn't think you fit the
They don't
image
expect, yes,
of
someone like me to be singing a song like that.
A clean song.
That's a bit rude. Okay.
No, so wait a minute.
Okay.
You look like how you look now at the time?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking. You were not expected to sing a song that is clean.
Yes.
You were supposed to be provocative in the lyrics. Mm-hmm. You're doing this and how you look.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ignore that and went on with your career?
Yes.
And so you're strictly that, or are you also dancehall? And we'll get a
No, I would say at the moment I'm mostly dancehall, because the songs that I've been releasing lately is more towards dancehall. Yes.
Of late?
Yes.
So you've actually become who they want you to be?
I wouldn't say it's who they want me to be, no, because I am both. Like I enjoy.
You were always both?
doing Dancehall music. I was always both.
Okay,
Yes,
I got you.
I was. Because the first song that I wrote is like a dancehall song.
That track worked for you. It did what you wanted it to do?
Not really. I wouldn't say so, no. I would expect it to be much bigger, and I wanted, like, you know, people to gravitate to it more because it has a message in there, but it didn't do as well. But I'm still hoping that one day, you know, people will see it and take to it.
So those who are giving you love are mostly where?
Dancehall.
Dancehall?
Yes.
But are they in the UK, in Jamaica?
It's
where?
all over. So I would say Europe, like Germany, Jamaica as well. When I look at my plays, that's what I see mostly, like Europe and here. Yes.
Okay. So what are you sitting on at the moment in terms of catalog?
So at the moment, I did a song called Love Me Man with Sly, Dunbar, and Lenky. I released it about maybe like 2 months ago. So that was a big song for me and a big project to work with, you know, legends like that. Also, at the moment, I currently released a song with Kemar McGregor. Yes. And it's on the Insect Rhythm. Yeah.
So there are new things out there that people can go and find.
Yes.
For you. And
It's called Soft Man.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on all platforms, Instagram, Spotify. It's all Yesi Renee. Yes.
And so where you aiming for, Renee?
I'm aiming to just get my songs out there and to just be one of the best.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're settled and,
Yes.
and focused now on your direction, where exactly you're going and what you're going to do, right? And
Yes.
the content of your music.
Yes.
Okay. So when next we see you, we hope you will perform for us.
Okay, that will be good.
All right, so let's take your latest track right now on this back screen.
Hey, Yeshie, yo. Big Zico. 1 me a bum, 2 me a bum bum, 3, 4 me a bum down the place bum. From a touch road me have the whole place a bum, bum, bum. 1 me a bum, 2 me a bum bum, 3, 4 me a bum down the place bum. But from a touch road me have the whole place a bum, 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 bum. Some a catch it on the left and them a fling it on the right. Some a broad out on the private flight. Me a him type, me a Mrs. Right. Me a drink champagne, girl cold with a Sprite. But them bougie could never be no groupie. And my time, so you know me can't lose it. Yeah, you know me well choosy. Anything I want me get, no boy can't use me. Yeah, my blessing at the waist, I'm a blessing at the face. 10 out of 10, enough man want a taste. My thing load, you have to step up the pace. Island, yeah, we are on the place. 1 me a bum, 2 me a bum bum, 3, 4 me a bum down the place bum. From a touch road, me have the whole place a bum, bum, bum. 1 me a bum, 2 me a bum bum, 3, 4 me a bum down the place bum. From a touch road, me have the whole place a bum, 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 bum. Yeah, me have the bum wine, tick 2 time, broke off my spine.
Boom, boom. That's dancehall.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, definitely.
Oh yes. So, so this is getting love, I suspect. It should. It's a bad track.
Yes.
You're
And Gary G pushed this song like every day, so I'm grateful for that as well. He's over there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're authentic in terms of your delivery.
Thank you.
In terms of in this dancehall
Yes.
space you're in. So could anybody question you? You belong, girl.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks. So right now, I've got a song called Soft Man. That's the latest release.
Soft Man.
Soft Man, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're there. We believe, say, you're an authentic dancehall artist.
Thank you.
And belong.
Yes.
So it's really now, I believe, up to you to take it home.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Bless it.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
coming and chatting to us.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
Bless you.
Big up.
All right, there you have her in this segment of our show. Still to come, Afro B and Lahrel.
Since you went away.
We'll be back.
This episode of On Stage is brought to you in part by Who's the Boss, Saturday, September 28th at the People's Ballroom, 3340 Main Street, Hartford, Connecticut. For tickets, you can visit their Eventbrite page, Jamski's Restaurant, Dunn's River Restaurant, or Bench's Jamaican Restaurant. For more information, stay tuned to On Stage TV's social media pages.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
This is where we sit down with the British sensation Lurel as she gets ready to release her new single featuring Afrobeat, who sits with her in this shot right here on our stage. Lurel.
How are you?
Good to meet you.
Thank you
Welcome.
for having me.
How you doing? You
Beat, sir. Oh yeah. Thank you guys for coming. Okay, so start with you.
Yes.
Just give us a quick summary on where your music is at this point. Before you get into the big one that is scheduled to be released in October.
Yeah.
Speak to us a little bit about where your catalog sits right now in music.
Yeah. I've released many songs. I've had collabs with Omi, who is like a dear brother of mine, called Witness. Recently, I partnered up or collabed with Beam, who is another person that I work well with in Miami, Papa Son. And we put out Woman No Cry. I'm also currently working on the EP, which is exciting. And I also write for many other artists as well. But as an artist, that's what we're doing. We're just collecting more music, collaborating, and just working on the sound.
Okay, so speak a little bit more about your credits in music.
Yeah.
Because you're a songwriter.
I am.
You wrote for him.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
Omi, there's a boy group called A1 and J1 back in London. Jacqueline Fernandez, which is like a very big Bollywood artist in India. That's just to name a few.
That's the name of you.
Yeah.
And you're the writer of most of your catalog.
Yeah, but I also love to collaborate as well, because I also like to learn from other people as well, and it's nice to just collaborate so you can have like different perspectives. So, but yeah, most of my stuff I write as well. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, cool. So, Afrobeat, sir.
Yes.
How did you get so close to her?
So we have a mutual producer that we both work with, and he brought her to the session to write some songs for me. And I was fairly new to the idea of working with a writer. I was very, hands-on with my stuff, just do it myself. And then we just connected that way. And then it went from her writing songs to us collabing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and so you sum up for us now. Where's your music at this time?
At this time, I'm just working on my album. So this is like momentum off the back of Joanna, but the corona came, so I took a break, and I've just been recording since.
Yes.
So now I feel like it's the time to drop a project and to add on.
Where did Joanna catch fire first?
In London.
UK? In London?
Yeah, so it caught fire in London, then it started to spread a bit in the Caribbean actually, because I remember Busy Signal did a remix. So it spread it there, then we went from there to the US in 2019.
Okay.
And then when it hit the US, it just skyrocketed.
Oh, really? So on the continent, how did it do there? When did it get to Africa? When did Africans embrace it?
Africans, it was kind of immediate with Africa. So London and Africa, it was building simultaneously with that. And then Wizkid did the remix.
Yes.
So that amplified it in Nigeria, and that's like the hub of Afrobeat. So if you have a song popping in that territory, it's already flying because it got one of the highest populations in Africa.
Yes.
So I did a challenge before it got so saturated. This was before TikTok too.
Yes.
So I got everyone to dance to it. I called it the Drogba Joanna Challenge. So people from all over the world started to do their own dances to the song, and that helped it spread as well.
So Africa came, but Africa would be running third in terms of its acceptance and its consumption of the record, or because it feels to me that if you are from the West and you're doing Afrobeat, you need to connect with Africa first to get the big numbers. That's where the numbers are, isn't it?
No, Africa builds the hype, but the numbers are in the West.
The clicks are in the West?
The clicks are in the West, but the hype comes from the continent, if that makes sense. So it's kind of works the same with dancehall, where in Jamaica, the songs will be hyped up here, then once it reaches America, that's when you might see the streams increase and everything. But you guys make the song cool and make people want to accept the song, if that makes sense.
So it burns the streets of Africa.
Exactly.
And that fire now, it's a bigger fire when it jumps back out in the world.
Absolutely. But with this one, it burned the streets of London first, but there's so many Africans in London and Caribbeans. It's multicultural, so everyone accepted it at the same time. It wasn't just solely an African thing.
Okay, so Lahrel, who are you seeing when you write, when you perform? Who are your fans?
The thing is, well, to answer both of questions, I did a world tour, so I traveled with Omi as an opening act. So that really opened my mind and made me understand music from a different perspective and how I write and actually perform music. Because when you travel to different parts of the world and you see how the audience react to certain things of a song, it makes you look at music completely differently. So that really helped me. And my fans, I would say, are very multicultural because I'm a multifaceted type of person. I'm from London, it's a melting pot, you know, different cultures. So I would say I would have a broad range of a fan base, you know, different cultures, different religions, you know, so that's my fan base. Well, Africa plays a huge part in my music and my sound because I am really inspired by Afro beats as well. So I would say, even like with my new song, Move From Me, you know, there's certain lingos that I would use in the song, which I would draw from like African, you know, Afro beats inspired like music. So definitely like I'm inspired. So Africa plays a huge part, yes.
And your package of genres includes dancehall, isn't it?
Of course, yes. I say I have a pop fusion. Sometimes it used to be a lot more difficult to explain what my sound was because I did everything, but now like narrowing it down so it's not so confusing, it's pop fusion. So there's elements of dancehall, Afrobeats, R&B and pop.
Yes, and those that are behind like dancehall will be also at the same level after a while, I believe, in the pop world. What do you think about that? I mean, where is dancehall now? In your mainstream market?
Where I believe that dancehall plays a huge part in mainstream music because I believe that it inspires many different artists across the board, you know, and it always has, and I don't think that's ever changed. You know, such a small island but plays such a huge part in the world. So I definitely think it plays a huge part. And as for people saying if dancehall's changed or not, I believe it should. I believe that's what music is about, is evolution and growth. So, yeah, I think where dancehall is going is amazing, personally.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still alive and burning, but we are concerned that it is being knocked off, sampled by mainstream a lot. They're borrowing everything they can get from it, including dance moves and all of that. But the big numbers, the big money is not really coming back to the Jamaican base artists who are the creators of the music. And so when we talk about, yes, we know that people love the Jamaican vibe and they flirt with it and they consume it and so on. But we're not seeing the returns to Jamaica.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was really about, and that is why sometimes we are concerned that how we go about marketing our music.
Everything.
And positioning our music. Platforms that we're attracting. And what are some of the reasons why they're being ignored? The music of Jamaica, music that's coming directly out of Jamaica in those mainstream markets.
It's crazy because we're from London and like dancehall is
It's not dead.
it's not dead at all. Like it's we had a festival called Wireless and Skilly Bang, you know, Shensia, like they were killing it out there.
Yes.
You know, we love dancehall, we appreciate it. You know, people will attend the festivals and the shows to see dancehall. So for us, like in London, it's still thriving.
Well, London is always,
yeah.
we can always rely on London.
Right.
For support when it comes to Jamaica's music, whether it's reggae or dancehall. When it's roots reggae, we are not concerned so much about London because of the multicultural base that's there and that are always open to what's coming out of Jamaica. But the mainstream that I'm talking about is really the globe.
Right.
The mainstream, the big money markets.
Yeah.
And the level of consumption that we're getting from there. But let's pause a bit and take a little piece of your music right here for those who might not have heard you before.
I keep a weapon, now I'm on the cry. I was down, now what's up with you? I feel like you're doing since you went away. Since you went away, I ain't fucking with nobody. Since you went away, I ain't messing with nobody. Ooh, I don't do you like you do me. When you say it, you don't mean it. You just doing you. Now since you've been away, I've been out the way you do. I used to be the type to be riding away for somebody like you. Even though it's so tight, know we had to cut ties. But I didn't wanna make it official till we seen both sides. Ooh, and I waited for the day that you lie to my face. You say shit like, ooh, I didn't mean to get a rise. I keep a weapon, now I'm on the cry. I was down, now what's up with you? I missed the honeymoon so much I could die. You was down, now what's up with you? Go and I'll tell you too. Since you've been away, this time I might fuck with somebody else. Yeah. Since you went away, ooh, since you went away, ooh, I don't do you like you do me when you say.
We'll be right back.
You just doing you.
This episode of Onstage is brought to you in part by Who's the Boss, Saturday, September 28th at the People's Ballroom, 3340 Main Street, Hartford, Connecticut. For tickets, you can visit their Eventbrite page, Jamski's Restaurant, Dunn's River Restaurant, or Benji's Jamaican Restaurant. For more information, stay tuned to Onstage TV's social media pages.
On Stage with Winfred Williams.
Now since you've been away, even though it's so tight, know we had to cut ties, but I didn't wanna make it official till we see both sides.
All right, just a taste of that one. Woman of Cry from Lahrel. Wow.
Yeah.
That's you all over that lady. That sounds good. I like this record.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, this was personal. I don't know. I hope.
Definitely.
Hope those watching will share my opinion, my views, and it. You know what I mean? So, sir.
Yes.
A big album coming for you too.
Yes.
Yes.
It's called The Elephant in the Room.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get rid of the elephant now. Okay. So what's on it? Who's on it? And so
We've got some good collabs. We've got Caribbean collabs, so Steph London, Busy Signal. That's actually the next single coming out.
Yes.
We've got Will I Am, we've got Pitbull, we've got some artists from my country, Ivory Coast, Jose, and the producers that made Joanna's on there, the producers that we share, Penthouse. So yeah, good vibes.
Right, it's like you guys are becoming a duo here.
Yes.
You never know, man.
Yeah, right.
You make a lot of music together.
A lot of, yeah, and okay, so your mission in Jamaica, you're working in Jamaica. Apart from coming on our stage, you're working in Jamaica. So speak to us about those or that project that you're working on.
Yeah, we're out here to shoot our music video for Sit Down. We're doing that in Portland, which I personally love. You know, Portland is a beautiful place, and we just felt that Portland, or not even just Portland, but we just felt like Jamaica was the perfect location for the song. It's an up-tempo, it's a vibey, it's a tropical, it's that kind of sound. So we just felt like Jamaica was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all the work you're doing? No recording, no collaboration?
Yes, always recording.
Always recording.
Always
so
recording.
where we're staying is actually a studio in that accommodation. So we're going to be recording too, as well as filming and enjoying the beach.
Yeah, and eating good food. Yeah.
Good. Good for you guys, and you know where to come when those things are ready. Come back here to our stage, and let us help you to tell the world about your next level success.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your next level success. All right, I'd like to get your views on this controversial issue of Afrobeat just being just nice music, dance and have fun, and not speaking to the situations that Africans are facing, the struggle, the social issues in Africa, as did reggae. Reggae did this, you know, and so on. Do you take it first?
I disagree with Buju because there's a lot of songs, like hundreds of songs that speak on the issues that happen in Africa, but they're not as commercial or as loud as the songs that we're all familiar with, if that makes sense. So it just takes deeper research to find out those songs. But
are we talking about Afrobeat in particular?
Afrobeat,
the big popular Afrobeat that is burning the world down now.
Yeah. So
you're saying that there are topics like those in Afrobeat, but they're not getting
the same recognition.
Okay.
So it will get its recognition in its own world, but it wouldn't be on US radio. It wouldn't be on the platforms that the generic people, just listen to.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But even though this music's fun, it's still a movement to connect people with African heritage to their roots, if that makes sense, African origins. So especially with the African Americans, where we know their history, not all of them know where they're from, and they use the music as a tool to connect back to their roots.
Yes.
So with Joanna, I had a lot of messages with people telling me, oh, I'm gonna do a DNA test, or I've done one already. It tells me I'm from Congo or Ivory Coast or Nigeria. And that itself is a whole movement. Although Joanna, I'm not, singing, it's not a serious song.
Yes.
But what the impact is serious, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily about the topic, it's more about people taking in the African music, because before they didn't really take it in, but now, they're making that connection. And like Marcus Garvey said, he wanted to do the same thing, and he called it the repatriation movement, which was to bring African Americans back home. So we're doing that with fun music, and in a less patronizing way, saying, you need to come back home, you're from Africa. We're making them dance, enjoy the culture, come to festivals in Africa every December. It's crazy. And that's what's happening now, and it's just increasing and improving every time.
Okay. Lurel,
I think Afro said it best.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't watch the Buju interview, but what I can say is between Afro and dancehall, I just think that you do have to do your research. There is many talent out there that are speaking positive things, or are speaking about history, or are speaking about moving the culture or the music forward in a different light. Same with dancehall, you just have to do your research. So, I mean, I can't really elaborate too much on what Buju was talking about, but me personally, I make sure that I do my research and I look out for different artists, and I listen to those sounds, I listen to those types of music, You just have to want to. That's all it is.
All right, so I guess what Buju's trying to say here is that there's so much more that there's so many more barriers and stuff to deal with as it relates to people of African descent. And while Afrobeat burns the world, it ought to be speaking their truth in music where possible. And because reggae, for the first 10 years of reggae, it was just nice, ska, rock steady kind of vibe. And so it's not like reggae started out with like that. Reggae, after the first 10 years, changed in the 70s and started to look at social issues. I don't think anyone, including Buju, wants there to be any rift between Afrobeat and reggae or dancehall. You know what I mean? But a genre as powerful as Afrobeat and what it's doing and its reach at the moment.
Yeah.
There's so much more correction to be done about what was done to us as a people. You know what I mean? In the 70s, Rastafari leading took on the world with our troubles. Bob Marley and the Wailers and all of these guys were serious in their quest to get their rights to coexist and all of that. So they were speaking loud in reggae of the 70s. After the first 10 years of rocksteady and those, when it became reggae in ’69 and at the turn of the 70s, it started to change. Africa was always the topic. It's always about freeing Africa and justice for Africans and for the continent. Reggae music never relent, everywhere they went. The freeing of Mandela, for example, when the world changed its mind about the apartheid things and started to cool in its sanctions against the white regime, the reggae artists of Jamaica were still fighting for the freedom of Africa, in particular South Africans. And Mandela. And when he came out, this was the first official visit in the West, really, was Jamaica, to say thanks. The National Stadium in Jamaica. He came and he said it, because he knew the impact of reggae's cry through music to the world, to free Mandela. And these are, I suppose, are the things that Buju want to.
Another issue is the machines pushing the music they don't tend to push the music that have serious topics.
Yes.
If that makes sense. So all the labels that are signing songs, not just with Afrobeats, I think with all genres across the board, they're gonna sign what's trending rather than songs that are speaking on serious issues, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I understand the labels, they're just corporate entities. But what we don't want to happen is that there is any kind of standoff between Afrobeat and reggae, or Jamaica and Africa.
No, that's what...
We don't want that bridging, because that is, some people are pushing that.
Yeah.
The detractors are pushing that.
It used to be heavy like 10 years ago in London. So when I heard the Buju interview, I was like, this could re-spark what we've been building or trying to avoid for these last 10 years. So I think it's more his delivery. I don't think he meant it like that. I think he just meant that he wanted to hear it more commercially.
He wants messages to be all over the genre because it is that big. It is being consumed globally and the world is still not level. Africans are still suffering. Black people all over the world are being discriminated against, are still fighting for a place, and especially the West. So he's saying, say something Afrobeat. That's what he's saying. But I say to him too that reggae, Afrobeat is still very young. This is what I say to Buju, still young. The first 10 years of our own unique genre, reggae, which was the name that we put on the music in 1969, But I think that the entire body of work is reggae. So to me, the name came in '69, but we didn't really get militant musically until the turn of the '70s. They were coming up, right? Yeah. So that and Afrobeat is still young. So we don't want there to be a distraction here between Jamaica, reggae, dancehall, and Afrobeat. That's the worst thing we could ever want. No, we want to be united.
Collabs are happening.
Yes.
So there's a lot of Afrobeat artists collabing with dancehall or reggae. So that's been happening as well.
There's no walking around Africa, Reggie.
Yeah.
Right now, Africa is on the rise, musically and otherwise. We don't want distraction. We want to make sure that we take advantage of what's going on right now, and not to be in confrontations with ourselves. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's
one people.
Yes,
one people.
So we are okay, and we are not talking about reverse racism either. What we're talking about is equal rights for all people. It's not like Jamaicans that reggae never target no race, you know. If you listen to reggae artists are always speaking to humankind. Hence the term one love for all. So it's not like black people must now get militant and all of that. It's all about for full justice to be done to the people, the displaced people of Africa. Yeah? All right. Okay, so that's that. All right, guys, let's get back to the future now, going forward now. So remind us of when your project will come out now, Lahrel.
Sit Down would be released October the 18th. And, further down I haven't got an actual date for the EP, but if it's not the end of the year, it's beginning of next year. Yeah.
Yes.
And
new single out next month with Steph London and Busy Signal, and the project, The Elephant in the Room, will come out end of October, early November.
So they should all look out for that.
Yes.
Well, guys, have a good time in Portland, beautiful
you.
Portland. Why me and Vuna? I wish I could go down there. Anyway, so thanks for coming and sharing with us. We're looking forward to all the projects.
Yes.
And we are telling our viewers right now to go look you guys up and your music all over socials, and to come back right here on our stage for more from both of you. As you make the records, you send them on so we can send them on to those who watch us. See?
Thank you.
All right, and that's it. That's our show for this week. Winfred Williams, on behalf of all of us, including our two guests over here, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage. Thanks for watching our video. Please click subscribe and be on our stage anywhere, anytime, always.